Hello, everyone, and welcome to this July episode of What's New in Cloud FinOps with myself, SteveO, and my good friend
Franck Contrepoix.
We are both in different places recording today.
Yes.
It is very different. I am downstairs in my studio, which is where I should record but never do, and therefore hopefully won't have half of
And I am in a family house, and I have someone banging on the wall, and I don't know where they are from, which is quite an interesting background noise.
We've also, Frank has further made more intelligent the way in which we find our news. So we're testing out yet another news system, but it seems to have done a pretty good job. And so I think it is probably you to start, Frank, but I haven't set any of the noises.
I need the sound. Here we go. So that's instances and compute, and it's an Amazon, and it is the P6e GB200 Ultra Servers. It looks like a Marvel movie. Now available for the highest GPU performance in EC2. So today, Amazon announces the general availability of Amazon EC2 P6e GB200 Ultra Servers accelerated by an NVIDIA GB200 NVL72. So lots of other stuff, but it offers the highest GPU-based AI training and inference performance in EC2. They're designed to accelerate training and inference on foundation models, including next-generation capabilities like reasoning models and agentic AI at the trillion-parameter scale. So customers can access 72 Blackwell GPUs within one NVLink domain to leverage 360 petaflops of FP8 compute, 13.4 terabyte of high bandwidth memory, and up to 28.8 terabit per second of elastic fabric adapter. They're powered by Nitro, but yeah, my guess is that everything is being
That's
built.
basically a data center.
Yes, and they're available through Amazon EC2 capacity blocks for ML.
Yeah.
So in the Dallas local zone. So it's US East 1 DFW-2A, an extension of the US East region.
So they've built an AI data center as part of the Virginia region.
Yes, exactly. So you have either two sizes, 72 GPUs or 36 GPUs.
Okay.
And the Amazon EC2 capacity block is that you block it for a certain amount of time. You can easily reserve the accelerated compute instance for future start. You can reserve accelerated compute for up to 6 months in cluster size of 1 to 64 instances, giving you the flexibility to run a broad range of ML work. Anyway, that's it. Wow. That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Data DBs and AI, sticking with inference jobs. Vertex AI, to reduce the cost of running your inference jobs, you can now use FlexStart VMs, which are powered by the dynamic workload scheduler. FlexStart VMs offer significant discounts and are well suited for short duration workloads. This feature is available in preview. And for more information, you need to use the AWS FlexStart VMs with inference. And there is an additional blog on that. Easy as that, eh?
You mean music now?
Storage, yeah, it's me. Oh my goodness. So this is an Azure one. Public preview. Azure Storage Mover adds free direct AWS to Azure Blob migration. So I've read through this one to save you time, and I won't read it word verbatim. It's basically there to move you from S3 to blob storage, and they're not charging you for that service, which you would have just set up a replication job anyway, but it's made it easier to do a cloud-to-cloud migration, which is where they're all playing now, right? There's a lot of cloud-to-cloud games going on.
Yes.
And they're not charging you for the privilege of bringing your data into their cloud. But obviously that isn't to say that AWS aren't going to charge you for taking that data out of the cloud.
And that's what I thought. I was hoping for some credits there.
Well, why would AWS? Well, you mean Azure would give you credits for the cost of...
Azure giving you or a certain amount of credits per or refunds or whatever back.
Doesn't suggest it.
Okay, that was a try.
Yeah. Maybe they'll listen to this, we'll see. And the next one is a Google one from the release notes. Google are excited to announce the launch of the editable backup plans, a new feature designed to give you more flexibility and control over your data protection strategy. And so now you can modify your existing backup plans directly, eliminating the need to create new plans and then reassign them, which is what you used to have to do, and to make it easier than ever to adapt to your business needs. Optimize for cost, decide you need these less often so you can just flip them over and edit the ones they're on. And correctly configure reconfigure errors on the fly. So save you time. It will make it quicker to save money, but of course it also makes it quicker to spend money. But they won't talk about that. And that is storage.
What is strange, I find this kind of stuff, is you would assume that it's normal. I mean, editing a backup plan is not something that is new. Okay, I used to do that with ages ago.
Yeah. And
now you're there and say, oh, that's a new feature. I would have thought you'd do that. So that's my misunderstanding. I don't know Google enough.
No, I'm trying to think. So we used to do three, back in my hosting days, we used to do three different backup technologies there. We did Bacula, where you could do that. Commvault and Windows FPN, I think it was.
Ooh,
for a Windows workload directly. And you can certainly do that with Commvault. And we're talking some years ago now, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Well, the tapes, the tapes loaders.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That is storage.
Yes.
Hang on. I've got a notification in the way of the button. There we go.
There we go. That's visibility. So billing conductor tags, cost categories, etc. The first news is from AWS, and it is about Amazon S3 Express One Zone now supports tags for cost allocation and attribute-based access control. So Amazon S3 Express One Zone, a high-performance S3 storage clouds now support tags for cost allocation and attribute-based access control. So you ABAC. You can add tags to S3 directory buckets to track and organize AWS costs. Additionally, with the ABAC support, you can extend your tag-based access control to new and existing users, role, or directory buckets. This helps eliminate frequent AWS identity and access management or S3 bucket policy updates, simplifying how you scale access governance. And I like this because it is, as we were discussing just before this, it is a way to use tags not just as a reporting mechanism, but as an operational thing. Setting a tag enables something to happen. So I found this quite interesting. Next one is still mine.
Yeah.
And it is AWS Transform now analyze EBS costs, .NET complexity, and expands chat guidance. So today, that was 1st of July, AWS Transform, I did not know the product, first of all, AWS Transform was new to me, introduced 3 enhancements to help you better assess and plan your migration and modernization journey. These new features included enhanced assessment to analyze EBS cost, .NET agent to analyze code complexity, and an expanded interactive chat interface for .NET modernization guidance. So it is about migration, and it is about, in particular, .NET.
Well, part of it is it's now doing so that's 3 different things it's added, right? So EBS, it is checking the cost.
To better understand.
Because there's a few versions of EBS stuff now, right? It's then doing .NET complexity, which is interesting, right? We have had things that have said they do things like that before, though I'd never have heard of them on .NET. But things have kind of reviewed other workloads to see how complex they are, whether they could be, look for optimization performance, I suppose. And there's a lot of mess in .NET, right? There's a lot of mess in all of them. And then what was that final one? I didn't know that one off the top of my head. Oh, we're trying to chat advice, so they've just maybe slightly improved the probably not great chat function.
Yes, but it is quite. I was watching this morning. I think I wrote a short post which was about the fact that we we consider we look badly, or but .NET is so old school, Java is so old school, and then you look at the list and say, yeah, but they're still in the top 5.
Yeah.
C, C++, Java, .NET, they're all in the top 10 languages. That's half of them. You're like, yeah, okay. 100%. Python is 30 years old.
Yeah. I mean, people think it's mad, but there's still stuff you should leave on a mainframe.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. People think you're a Luddite for it, but it's just efficiency. Right, next one, GCP tag data for regional secret manager secret usage is available in both the standard usage cost export and the detailed usage cost export. So it's just brought in for that particular product, the tagging data. More interestingly, spend-based commit use discounts, metadata export to BigQuery, a public preview. So you can now access spend-based CUD metadata programmatically through the BigQuery export. This data provides a comprehensive daily snapshot of the spend-based CUDs, which you can join with other billing data for improved CUDs and management. I think we had something on this previously. I don't know if it was the preview or a smaller version, but now it is all there. So that's for this is a preview though, isn't it? So maybe it was. I'll look. In fact, it was only last month. I'm fairly sure, but there was something on the CUDs. Oh no, it was the new fields were made in the cloud billing data ready for the CUDs last month. Now that data has come in.
There we go.
There we go.
Evolution.
We've seen it. We literally said that'll probably come next month. I've forgotten. What else have we got? Because I've lost where I am now. You can
monitor. Follow me. You can now monitor and understand the cost and utilization of resources in your Google Cloud project or App Hub application by using the Cost Explorer. This feature is a public preview. Another one.
And then you can now attach tags to Cloud Data Fusion instances during instance creation. This ensures immediate metadata for better organization, cost tracking, and policy automation. For more details, you can see attached tags during instance creation. But that's interesting because you don't have tags in GCP. You have labels.
Yeah, but still.
So maybe this is slightly different. But is a tag in GCP different to a label? I'd have to check. Or is it just someone that's writing it up that's an AWS person or Microsoft person by background?
Well, but the official documentation, it is attached tags during instance creation. It is there. It is. But it is control access with tags.
Right.
So I think that tags might be... tags are probably a security thing in Google.
Maybe.
Less a reporting one. Boop.
Well, there we go. Right, another noise. Commitments. Compute flexible committed use discounts have expanded to also cover your cloud billing account spend across cloud run services with request-based billing and cloud run functions.
I don't understand.
Easy for me to say. So this came out on July the 15th. It's always hard when they're from release notes, right? So it just looks to me that now if you're running any cloud run services within your cloud billing account, the CUDs now apply to them. And the improved spend-based CUD experience is available without requiring an opt-in for new users or users who don't have an active spend CUD. Compute flexible committed use discounts offer expanded coverage by supporting the following resources. My goodness. Memory optimized M1, M2, M3, M4 VMs, compute optimized H3 instances. Why does it change between instances and VMs? Like they are...
I have no clue.
Cloud run services with request-based billing and cloud run functions. To receive the expanded coverage for flexible CUDs, you must opt in to the new spend-based CUD model. Cloud billing accounts that meet specific criteria automatically opted into the model on January the 21st, 2026. All remaining accounts automatically migrate to the new model. So I think I missed a pause there. A bunch of them will be migrated now. The rest will all move on the 21st of January. And you can opt in before that date to start receiving the expanded coverage. To learn more about the new model and the opt-in details, see spend-based CUD management improvements.
I think it would be really interesting to talk with someone to understand what is the why would you opt in, why would you not opt in, and what is going to change. And it's interesting that these changes are coming after also AWS is starting to change their commitment things. So
I wrote the playbook on CUDs for the foundation with Mike and the team back in the day. Samantha on that one. It was a really lovely team, actually. The only reason I can see you wanting to opt out is if you're... No, even if you're trying to be really specific, you buy them all at that level. No, I don't see why you wouldn't. I think you'd just opt in.
Okay. Well, if it's a benefit, it's positive. If it is something that they are doing for the cloud vendors' benefit, it's different. That's cool. There we go. So by pricing, there is one pricing, and I know very little about it, but it has the word price into, and it's important. So it is related to FinOps. Amazon Connect announces per day pricing for external voice connectors. So Amazon Connect external voice connectors are now priced at $100 per connector per day. The new daily rate provides customers with more granular billing options. The per day rate is effective today for new and existing connectors, and that's in July 21st.
So did it used to be monthly, I think?
I don't know. Offer two types. So Amazon Connect offers two types of external voice connector. The transfer connector enables voice call and metadata to be transferred to another voice system. So you can use Connect, telephony, and self-service AI with your existing voice system. And the analytics connector enables Amazon Connect contact lenses to ingest streaming voice and metadata from other voice system and create contact records, call recording, real-time and post-call analytics, and agent evaluation.
I had a few friends who built businesses around Connect. Like, if you're on it, it's like all important, but for a huge amount of the customer base, never going to.
I think it goes into that thing that more and more you can, if you have a connector that takes the flow from whatever system you're using today and translate things on the fly, you might end up having I will be able to. That's going to be bad, but I'll be able to speak whatever language in the world without an accent. Oh, boring. But yeah, for now I'll stick with mine.
Yeah, if anything, we should add more accent on.
Yes.
Savings. This is an Azure one. General availability for Azure Firewall now supports ingestion time transformation in log analytics for flexible, cost-efficient logging. So problem is, then you go read the next line and it basically says the exact same thing. So I've got to remember to skip that one. But why does this matter? For customers using log analytics to analyze firewall logs, the cost of log ingestion and storage itself can be quite significant. This feature will let you filter and transform logs before ingestion, helping reduce cost while retaining data.
Okay, yeah. If you're debugging something, it's really useful. I just need that lesson. Exactly. By the way, I've noticed that AI systems, when they code, that's what they do. When they search for something, you can see that grepping between two lines. They do a grep to find the line, and then they take five lines before, 5 lines after. And that's where you can see how they act like a normal developer, which is very funny.
Yeah, I mean, but so I think I built a small language model recently, and in how it chunks everything up, that's basically what it's all in that kind of size, like behind the scenes, everything's in those kind of grabs. But it's wizardry, isn't it?
I had something which was very funny. As I had a system, I was asking an AI system to do the testing for my stuff, and he was saying, "Yeah, there is one thing missing, but it's not a problem. I can change the test so it passed." I want it to work.
They do that, yeah.
And then but there is a real bug. Oh, really?
Yeah. The amount of times he goes, "You're right, Stephen. We shouldn't do that."
Like, oh, yeah, that's such a good idea.
Right.
That's a FinOps one, a general. So AWS Audit Manager enhances evidence collection for better compliance insights. So AWS Audit Manager announces it has updated 14 standard framework to enhance evidence collection capability and help customer meet their compliance requirement while optimizing cost, which is that sentence that got me.
Yeah.
So this update improves evidence relevance across key frameworks like SOC 2, PCI DSS v4, and enhanced framework coverage for better compliance validation. These updates will streamline the number of findings for most customers and reduce associated cost. The cost reduction will depend on the number of AWS resources a customer uses,
Okay.
and the framework they're assessing and the degree of overlapping control between these frameworks. So there we go.
There we go.
There was nothing on sustainability, so I'm going to go to MISC and Silly. They're all three mine. And it's Amazon QuickSight support 2B row spice data set. That's 2 billion for you.
Oh,
so
I was going to say, what difference does that make?
Yeah, so Enterprise Edition customer can now load up to 2 billion rows of data into super fast parallel in-memory calculation engine spice data sets. So it's a doubling of what was before. Without slowing the ingestion speed on query performance. So it is quite cool because, data never stops growing. And so having access to 2 billion rows trained, it's not crazy anymore. And so, yeah, that's a good one. Next one could have gone, but yeah, that was between AI storage. It's Amazon S3 Tables now supports Model Context Protocol MCP server. So AWS announced the release of MCP server for Amazon S3 Tables. So this integration enhanced AI-assisted data management by equipping AI Code Assistant with contextual understanding of S3 Tables, capabilities, and operations. So the idea is that you have S3 Tables, which takes your file directly, so it's in Iceberg.
Yeah.
And they present that they will manage all the back end of managing this table, so the database side. So, and in front of a database, if you want that data to be optimized, accessed, etc., to an AI by an AI system or used as a tool by an AI system, today you need to use the MCP server protocol. The MCP protocol and the server is going to be, in this case, on the data. The client is probably your cursor, your cloud desktop, whatever, and it connects to that, and it is going to be able to give you insights. So that's quite cool. I still need to try S3 Tables in a serious way, but it is interesting. I find it very intriguing. And last one is Amazon CloudWatch and Application Signals MCP servers for AI-assisted troubleshooting. And that's really cool. So AWS, so that was on the 8th of July, AWS announces 2 new MCP servers in the AWS Lab MCP open source repository, CloudWatch MCP server and Application Signals MCP server. So these servers enable AI agents to leverage comprehensive observability capability for automated troubleshooting and monitoring. The MCP server allows AI assistants to analyze metrics, alarm, logs, trace, and service health data across your AWS environment to quickly identify and diagnose this issue through simple conversational interfaces. Not going to go into all the detail of the rest, but I think it's
quite cool.
This is either going to put some people out of business or you're going to simplify their stack enormously.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a former colleague, former boss really, who built something like a bit like this some years ago. That's meant to be doing the same thing, but it's before AI really existed. But it was just basically looking at what was going on and doing assisted troubleshooting to reduce engineering time. It was pretty good, but I think it was maybe too clever for people to quickly get. I think if it had come out a year ago rather than when it did, it's before its time. That's cool. Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
That's news. My sweet rush that I did to get through because I was so sleepy has crashed. My sugar rushes. I'm back down. A good time to end. But thank you, Frank. Thank you for all the research as well, and thank you for making the magic happen on that, and for making sure there weren't too many Microsoft or Google ones. That is a joke. Obviously, he found all the ones that were there, but I just didn't have too many today. So that's brilliant. Yeah, and so to listeners, we've done a few less interview episodes recently. We get approached about a lot of them, but we just think a lot aren't suitable. It's people trying to push or sell things. If you have a story, if there's something you want to talk about, even if you don't have the answer, you just want to raise a question and have a conversation with it. That's as interesting as anything. Come and speak to us. We've had a couple of people who mentioned it about coming on, so we're going to get some of them on soon. But yeah, don't think you have to have like the answers. Let's just come on with an interesting conversation. That's where we have our most fun. So thank you for listening. Frank, thank you for all your hard work. Go enjoy your holiday. I think you got to work another 4 hours today, was it?
Yeah, but that's fine. That's the only day, and I got authorization from family and boss to work a little more today, but that's fine. Nice. Have a fantastic day, everyone.
Thank you very much.
And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.